The Legends on a 3-game slide right now, but heading into a 2-game homestand against the San Francisco Seagulls. A good opportunity to bounce back. I'm Nate Martin here with Victor Martinez, ready to call this Monday afternoon contest. Not something we're very used to up here.
Yeah, not something we're very used to. Usually we see a lot of night games, so I'm really excited to see how the Legends perform here on the day. Maybe the wind plays a little bit different. The sun will definitely have an effect today.
Definitely will have an effect. We saw the Legends yesterday playing a day game, and the pitching staff had a hard time. Gave up 13 runs to the Sonoma Stompers. A lot of walks, a lot of hit by pitches. It was a tough day for the staff, but Michael Taylor on the bump, looking to have this a little bounce back day for the Legends.
Leading off the inning for the San Francisco Seagulls, the center fielder, number 1, Isaiah Landry.
Isaiah Landry to the plate now as center fielder. This is the Seagulls' first time here at CSM all year. We'll have the first pitch outside, called for ball 1.
102.
Michael Taylor working with a 3-pitch mix, primarily a sinker and a slider, but he's going to be throwing in a changeup a little bit today, isn't that right?
Yeah, I talked to Michael before the game. He said he really wanted to try out that changeup a little bit more. It's something that he's really been working to develop, and we're really going to see him mix that in against lefties today.
Landry, a righty. Probably not going to see the changeup. It is just the first batter faced all day for Taylor. It's Taylor. Last time we saw him was in there in the Legends win over Sonoma on Thursday. Pitched 3 innings gave up no runs and struck out 6 batters. Now on the mound starting today. A little bit of a different role for him. 1-2 pitch. Hit high, drifting foul. And we'll exit the park. Remains 1-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a different role for Michael Taylor. We did see him make one start against Fresno early in the season, but mostly he's been coming out of the back end of the bullpen. But with a couple of guys out, Richard Keel not here with the Legends this afternoon, they're going to ask a couple different guys to step up, and Michael Taylor is one of the premier guys for Chris DeBoo's staff this summer.
1-2 pitch once again, high, ball 2. Taylor this season working with a .9 ERA, 10 innings pitched. So as you kind of tell, he's been mostly used to working out of a bullpen. That one missed the zone again, 3-2. So a new role for him. But one I think he should do relatively fine in.
Yeah, it's a new role for him this summer, but we did see him start at LA Mission College, so I don't think it's necessarily something that he's going to be not accustomed to.
As you see right there, gets the strikeout to send Landry back to the bench.
Number 17, Ryan Laurier.
Brings up Ryan Laurier to the plate.
Yeah, and that was on the sweeping slider right there. Really good pitch. It's been his go-to strikeout pitch this season.
He calls it a sweeper. It definitely has a lot more horizontal movement than vertical, but that time got Landry. Brings up Ryan Laurier, the first baseman, and goes back to the sinker, 1-0. Let's go through the Seagulls lineup today. It'll be Isaiah Landry leading things off, Ryan Laurier second. On deck, Runav Sundar. Andrew Tinsley batting 4th, Logan Hart 5th, Liam Forsythe 6th, Jake Brewer 7th, Shane Stanley 8th, and Jake Barber 9th, as that is the second out of the inning. Play made by Josh Quinn over at short for a quick out 2 here in the top of the first.
Yeah, this is really good to see for the Legends pitching staff. Like you said, a really tough day for them yesterday, so glad to see Michael Taylor get 2 quick outs, get the Legends pitching staff back in order.
First 2 batters faced in the loss yesterday both got on base. Taylor, things a little different here. Now up Nav Sundar, the third baseman. First pitch. Slider in the zone, 0-1. Calling the sides today, and this is the first time we've seen him behind the plate. It's Ethan Bergen coming in over from Skyline. His first hit of his Legends summer was a single. So good way to start off your career here in Menlo Park. As there'll be a quick 0-2 to Sundar after a second consecutive slider. Let's see if he sticks with it or goes to the sinker. Goes to the sinker there, high, ball one. Taylor this past season at LA Mission College was definitely a strikeout guy. 53 strikeouts in 44 innings of work. As he goes back to the slider there, hit high into right field. Felch gathers and makes the final out of the inning. Seagulls go down 1-2-3. When we return, it'll be Hayden Young-Goldberg, Ethan Bergen, and Jordan Crawford to the plate for Menlo Park. Welcome back here in the bottom of the first. After the 1-2-3, the top of the first, the Legends now up to the plate. It'll be Young, Goldberg, Bergen, and Crawford to the plate for Menlo Park, facing Garrett Plata. First pitch from Plata. Swing and a miss from Young Goldberg, 0-1. Plata this year, working with a 7.1 ERA, so having a tough start to the summer. Mainly has been used as a starter.
And you see him get two swings and misses on Young Goldberg here really early. Could be due to the platoon. It also looks like his fastball is a little sneaky. It looks like it has some late life to it.
0-2 here to Young Goldberg, lefty on lefty. That'll be low, ball one. Young Goldberg kind of been the main leadoff guys this summer for the Legends. And for good reason. He can get on base better than a lot of other guys on the team with a 447 OBP. Fouls that one off to stay alive, 1-2. Past season at Monterey Peninsula had a 329 average. Had some pop as well, 11 home runs. So we'll get the 1-2 pitch once again. It's that one, foul. A little late there on that swing. Count will stay 1-2. It definitely has some sneaky velo. We didn't really see Plata throwing the fastball that much before the inning started. He was mostly working on the curveball and changeup, but that fastball there, 86. So, sneaky velo from the lefty, always tough to face. And in fact, gets Young Goldberg looking there. Down on strikes.
Yeah, we see 5 fastballs before then, and he just drops in the hammer for strike 3 on the young goaltender.
Ethan Bergen.
That brings up Ethan Bergen. New player. Made his debut yesterday against the Stompers. Went 1 for 2. Has already gotten the first hit out of the way. Now settling in. First game behind the plate. First pitch comes. Swinging 0-1. Bergen went to Skyline College. He had a .333 average this past season. 7 RBIs as well, so can score some runs, come up clutch when needed. Fouls that one off 0-2. He's one of 2 new players along with Max Shore, Fresno State. Shore not in the lineup, but we could be seeing him later on in the day. 0-2 pitch, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, and I talked to manager Chris DeBoo before the game. He's really excited to get these 2 new catchers in here. We've seen a lot of Ben Seminara behind the plate. Maybe that wear and tear is wearing on him a little bit as he's slowed down at the plate. So glad to see a couple new catchers, some reinforcements, get him off his feet a little bit.
Seminara has had a tough start to the season. So maybe just trying to add something in here to change up the rotation. Seminara only batting 143. Also brought in Caleb Hurd, who's been getting a lot of action recently. But maybe what Coach DeBoo is thinking is that, competition brings out the best of these players. No spot is guaranteed on the team, and so he's going to see how they battle it out. Let the best man come out on top.
And that's a great point, Nate. I mean, we saw Ben Seminara get the nod very early, and he's kind of struggling out the gate. And now we're seeing 3 new catchers added halfway through the summer. A couple guys that have a little bit of pedigree to them. We see Caleb Hurd out of New Mexico, Max Shore out of Fresno State. So a couple guys that could come in here and potentially take his spot. Definitely gets him on his heels a little bit.
Well, through Bergen playing at a JC like Skyline College, maybe he has something to prove. Maybe he's trying to get to the D1 level, commit to a school after his 2 years in junior college.
Number 32, Jordan Crawford.
And the summer ball really is a great opportunity to do so. We've seen a lot of JC guys already this season make a good impression.
Yeah, Menlo Park is definitely a great place to come and play to get some opportunities. I mean, Chris DeBoo really prides on himself in being able to give everybody as much of an opportunity as they can to go out there and play and showcase their skills.
That brings up Jordan Crawford to the plate. Crawford this year has been one of the top batters for Menlo Park. .429 average, OBP of .538. A great 3-hole hitter if you're for manager Chris DeBoo. Pitch there. Misses again, 2-0. So 2 pitches to Crawford, 2 balls. Good way to get ahead in the count, unlike the last 2 batters.
Yeah, Crawford is a great 3-hole hitter just because of this. He's able to take balls. He's very disciplined at the plate. We also see him in here as a lefty versus a lefty starting pitcher. Very interesting considering the fact that they have right-handed options like John Paul Avila, who's on deck, other guys on that bench that they could potentially go to as right-handed power hitters. But DeBoo's giving Jordan Crawford here the nod against the lefty starting pitcher.
And that really just speaks volumes to how good Crawford has been this season. He's really been the go-to first baseman. Looks at that one for strike 1. Was never really going to swing there on the 3-0. But
he's not going to swing, but that's a competitive take right there. You see him a little bit timing up the pitch. Even though he's not going to swing, it's great to see him get those reps in recognizing the ball.
And swings there, pops that one up, going foul, and leave. Goat brings the count to 3-2. Crawford plays his college ball for Mid-America Christian University. And had a .252 average. Only 5 extra base hits. He's definitely shown he has some power here with a .571 slugging. Hits that one towards short, and it'll be fielded for the 3rd out of the inning. A great play by the shortstop Barber. So the Legends go down 1-2-3 as well. Quick first inning. We'll be back here at the 2nd. It'll be Andrew Tinsley, Logan Hart, and Liam Forsyth to the plate for San Francisco. Welcome in here, top of the second. It'll be Andrew Tinsley, Logan Hart, and Liam Forsythe to the plate for San Francisco. Michael Taylor shut down the top part of the order. Struck out one already. Continuing his great start to the season. First pitch to Tinsley gets away 1-0. So Tinsley, another righty here in the lineup. Very righty heavy despite them facing a right-handed pitcher. 1-0 pitch. Hit weakly to second. Shea Fields for the first out of the inning.
Yeah.
Quick out one.
Batting fifth, right fielder, number 7, Logan Hart.
It's a quick out one there for Andrew Tinsley. Brings up Logan Hart to the plate.
Yeah, Logan Hart coming to the plate out of Modesto Junior College. We saw his teammate and also future teammate Paul Contreras here yesterday with the Stompers rifling a couple balls down the line.
Cal State Fullerton guys for the Stompers, probably the college with the most representation on that Sonoma team. They had a great day yesterday. All of them got on base, in fact. Well, Hart here takes that first one for a strike. Second pitch misses, evens it up 1-1. This is Hurd's first time behind the plate. Dropped that one, so maybe still taking some time to catch up to his pitcher, get on the same connection. 1-1 pitch. Finds his own 1-2. And you as a former pitcher know this, like, so important to have that connection with your catcher and be on the same page.
Yeah, that catcher-pitcher chemistry is really something that goes undervalued nowadays, especially with pitch comm and whatnot. But here in the CCL, when you have the catcher calling your pitches, it's really important to know your pitcher, know their strengths, know what goes well for them. And it looks like Ethan Bergen's on the same page with Michael Taylor right now.
Already. That's the second strikeout of the day. That time swinging.
The catcher.
So the CSU Fullerton
Liam Forsythe.
man goes down. It brings up Liam Forsythe, the catcher.
And we've seen the Seagulls twice now, both at their place, and it really seems like their strength is pitching, and their weak point so far has been the offense. Only one run against the Legends in the first 2 games.
That really just speaks the volumes of how many good pitchers this Legends team has. We've seen so many guys come in out of as a starter, out of the bullpen, and just shut things down.
Yeah, and they've been on a schneid recently. I mean, yesterday was obviously an ugly spot for them on the season, but looking to get back on track here. Michael Taylor shutting the Seagulls down here early.
Yeah, if you just look at the scores between the in the Legends games, it's either they keep the other team scoring low, or it's a close loss, and that's because the other team gives up. You guys give up so many walks. That'll be a 2-out single from Forsythe.
Batting seventh, second baseman, number 29, Jacob Brewer.
First hit of a day for either side. Comes in the second inning with 2 outs. Brings up Jake Brewer to the plate, the second baseman.
Yeah, and the Legends give up a lot of walks, but I really think that's just kind of a byproduct of how good their stuff is. Obviously, the better the stuff, the harder it is to control. Something that manager Chris DeBoo really relies on. Even yesterday when we saw a bunch of walks, we also saw a lot of strikeouts. So,
Chris DeBoo, I mean, if you've been tuning into our broadcast, you know one of the stats that I bring up most is strikeouts per 9. Chris DeBoo really values that swing and miss stuff as Taylor very quickly gets ahead 0-2. Taylor, it seems as well, has some stuff that can get guys hung up. We've seen a lot of people looking at pitches in the zone.
yeah, and especially that slider really goes in there, flicks it in there for a first pitch strike. Something nice about that slider is you can use it in pretty much any count, and it's an effective pitch to righties and lefties, like we saw against Logan Hart back-footing a slider right there for a swing and miss.
It'll be 1-2 now here to Brewer. On deck is the DH, Shane Stanley. Pitch comes, goes to the slider, and rings him up to end the inning. Through 2 innings, Taylor has 3 strikeouts, showing why DeBoo values the punch-out so much. When we return, only 4, 5, and 6, J.P. Avila, Vaskin Smith, and Rowan Felch to the plate for this Menlo Park Legends. Welcome back in here, bottom of the second. Michael Taylor, after allowing a hit, struck out a couple of Seagulls batters, brings up the bottom of the second inning. It'll be J.P. Avila, Vaskin Smith, and Rowan Felsch. Some of the more power hitters in the Legacy lineup, in the Legends lineup, excuse me.
Yeah, John Paul Avila due up here, kind of got him a check swing right there on the first pitch. Something that we've really seen with him lately is his timing just looks a little bit off. I mean, we've seen him absolutely demolish balls into the parking lot, looking for him to hook one fair here, get the Legends on the board.
When he does make contact, it's usually a hard hit ball that goes far. Over the weekend series against Walnut Creek, had 2 home runs in 2 days. Looks at that one, 1 and 2. Avila DHing today. He's telling me it's his favorite position to play. He likes to hit the ball, and he gets to do a lot of that as the DH. Looks at that one, 2 and 2.
Yeah, some people don't really like the DH spot just because they like to be engaged in the game, but we've also heard some of the Legends players say that they actually do like DH, John Paul Avila being one of them.
Fouls that one off, 2 and 2. The good thing as well about Avila that I've noticed, and we saw this against Sonoma, we saw it in both games actually against Sonoma, was long at bats. He's really good at fouling balls off, making the key pitcher frustrated, forcing him to do something different as he goes down swinging there for the third strikeout of the day for Garrett Plata, having a great start to the game.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the Seagulls are just a team that has good pitching. They kept the Legends to 2 runs last time. The Legends did end up winning 2-0. First time out, they won 6-1. We saw I was there the first game when they played in San Bruno. It looked like they have a lot of these guys, a lot of lefties who just have sneaky life. Not necessarily going to overpower you, but they're going to sneak balls by you, whether it's with late ride or some good off-speed pitches like we saw right there on the curveball.
Curveball to Vaskin Smith coming to the plate. Had an off day yesterday for the Legends. Now playing against the Seagulls in the first of 2-game series. And looks at that one, 1-1. Smith leads the team in home runs. 3 on the year. Definitely seen a little less action as the season's gone on just because of how crowded that dugout is getting. But first the boost showing he still has some faith in the guy that's hit him 3 home runs this season. He gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Hits that one over to third. Tough play for the third baseman, but get the... Oh, no, he doesn't. Draws the first baseman off the bag. Lordy, I don't be able to make the play. That will be a 1-out single for Vaskin Smith to reach base.
Right fielder, number 9, Rowan Felsch.
Yeah, you mentioned Vaskin Smith having all that power with 3 home runs, but we also see him out in the center field and now on the base paths. It really does look like he has 5 tools as a baseball player.
It will be 1 out, 1 on here. Brings up Rowan Felsch, who had a fantastic week this past week. Will be 0-1 here to the lefty. Another lefty in the lineup despite left-handed pitching. Really shows how much DeBoo trusts his left-handed guys to get hits even when they're disadvantaged. Felch has a big swing and miss at that one.
And I would say the Legends have one of the leftier, heavier lineups in the CCL. We've seen a lot of the CCL teams come here to CSM, and a lot of them are really stacked on the right-handed side, but the Legends are really the one team that has been stacked on the left-handed side.
That definitely gives you a lot of freedom in the lineup, as dropped ball there from the catcher allows Vaskin Smith to drop at 88 on the gun. Maybe Forsyth wasn't expecting that type of gas from pitcher Garrett Plata.
Yeah, and as a pitcher, when you get 2 strikes, you maybe choke up on the ball trying to do too much, trying to strike out that guy, so maybe potentially is what we saw there from Garrett Plata.
So that'll be 1-2 if a runner in scoring position for Menlo Park. Smith has some speed, so if Felch hits a ball into the outfield, we could see Smith head home. 1-2 comes, swing and miss. Strike 3 for Felch. So that's when you see maybe the lefty heavy lineup coming to disadvantage the Legends.
Batting 7, the shortstop, number 7, Joshua Quinn.
Two of the three lefties up so far have struck out against Plata. Brings up a righty this time, Josh Quinn. Notable to say that on deck, Shea is a lefty. There's four lefties in the lineup against Plata. First pitch to Quinn. This is the zone, 1-0. Quinn plays for Cal Lutheran. A couple guys on that team. A returner as well for the Legends was here last summer. As he fouls that one off, kind of hit him on the way. Going foul, will be 1-1 now.
Yeah, Josh Quinn definitely one of the fan favorites for the Legends here. Saw the Legacy come into the game late, and Josh Quinn got an at bat, and it still seemed like he has a lot of friends over there on the Legacy. So glad to see Josh Quinn back here this summer.
Yeah, the Legacy also has a couple other returners, a little more than the Legends. Legends kind of a CCL team. The Legends last season were in the BACL. Now the Legacy is the BACL team. So it makes sense that Quinn is getting some love from some of his former teammates in the BACL side. It'll be 2-1 now to the righty. It'll be on deck Shea, another lefty. 1 on, 2 outs here. 2-1 count to Quinn. Swinging 2-2. 87 on the gun there. Quinn not able to catch up to it.
Yeah, it looks like Quinn's just off his timing a little bit. It's been a schneid for him as well, just like the pitching staff. He's kind of struggled as of late, so looking for him to get back on track here.
Quinn this season, batting 178, 260 OBP. Two. Pitch fouled off. We'll do it again. Quinn making Plata's final out of the inning a little bit harder. So we'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Quinn looking to keep the inning going here. And that will be dropped. Smith takes off at third. He will be safe. Throw does not come in. It is now 3-2. Maybe a little bit of disconnect between the catcher Forsyth and Plata. That's the second dropped ball we've seen in this at-bat.
Yeah, and on the curveball, as a catcher, you should be expecting that ball to bounce, so it's really surprising to see that ball get away there.
It'll now be full count here to Quinn. A hit will score a run, the first of the ball game, so Quinn knows what he has to do here with 2 outs, some pressure on him. And we'll take the ball. After the long at-bat, it ends in a walk. Frustrating for Plata with 2 outs.
Yeah, really frustrating for the pitcher right there. Great at-bat by Josh Quinn. As a 7-hole hitter, you really want to just do your job up there, especially with a runner on base. Continue the line, keep the line going, and now Kevin Shea with the chance to do some damage here.
Shea, another lefty this season, batting 267, but 463 OBP. Really good at drawing walks, and that's something we've seen Plata struggle with here after the first walk, and what has been a longer inning for a lefty. This is his 5th batter faced, so the second. So runners at the corners. First pitch to Shea. It'll be high, ball 1. Shea was wrapped up a year at USF where he hit 250. Before that was at Paris Junior College in Paris, Texas. Looks at that one, 2-0, getting ahead of the count quickly.
Yeah, this is exactly the situation you want to be in if you're Kevin Shea. It looks like the pitcher's a little in trouble out there on the mound, and so right now you're in the driver's seat if you're the hitter.
So what is your approach here as the pitcher, as the inning's dragging on, you throw 2 balls straight, you just probably, throw a fastball in the zone and just get back in the count?
Yeah, I think you just got to give him a fastball here as a strike. If I'm a pitcher, I want to take a quick second and just catch my breath, clear my mind, and get back in the strike zone here. Let the hitter put the ball in play, get himself out.
The defense has come through here for the Seagulls, and he does exactly what we were talking about. Fastball finds the zone, slowed it down a little bit in order to get the strike. 85 in the gun brings it to 2-1. 2-1 pitch comes, fouled off. Shea evens it up, 2-2.
That's two very well executed pitches right there by Garrett Plotter. Gets the strike on the fastball, goes to the curveball a little bit outside. Kevin Shea spoils it off. Now has him on a 2-strike count. Now you are in control as a pitcher. You could throw him whatever you want here. You got one pitch.
The 2 pitched. And Will. He rolled a ball. Third base umpire said he did not go around. Will now be a full count again for the second straight batter that Plata has faced.
And even though you don't have the base open here, the 9-hole guy is on deck, so you don't necessarily have to give in here to Kevin Shea. I still think you can give him your pitch, and if you walk him, you walk him.
So it'll be 3-2. Hit hard right to the shortstop to end the inning. Jake Barber makes the grab to end the second. But the Legends put some pressure on to San Francisco. Got 2 on. None of them scored. It'll be just 0-0 as we head into the top of the third. Top of the third, still in a scoreless contest between Menlo Park and San Francisco. Taylor working with 3 strikeouts through 2 innings, now entering his 3rd inning of work. It'll be Stanley, Barber, and Landry. That pitch right there. Miss for ball 1.
Yeah, and the Legends are really looking to get a longer outing here from Michael Taylor. It looks like they have a shorter bullpen today. Talked to manager Chris DeBoo before the game, and it should be expected, especially after last afternoon's game. They saw a lot of pitchers. A lot of guys were asked to go longer than they normally do, so Michael Taylor will be asked to go longer than he normally goes just to get the Legends some length here.
I mean, we saw a lot of guys out of that pen. We saw Brown, Lippins, Haynes. What else did we see?
Saw Robbie Sauter.
Alex
Morrison was asked to go 3 innings as well.
Yeah, and that's notable. Morrison, not usually a guy that has to do that. Usually been seeing him at the end of the games, but Chris DeBoo got to do whatever he can. 2-0 pitch here. Excuse me, that'll be 4-pitch walk to start off the top of the third. An ideal way to begin your inning.
Yeah, and that'll make you go nuts as a pitching coach, especially on 4 pitches. Definitely something that I know a lot of pitching coaches are not very happy with. It just signals to them that there was no adjustment made in that plate appearance, so looking for him to make an adjustment here against this next hitter.
Brings up Barber, the lefty. Is this the first lefty we've seen in the Seagulls lineup?
Well, we saw Logan Hart earlier, but this is the second lefty here.
Okay, so it'll be Barber plate. Stanley at first, the DH. Find the zone there. Now fouled off 0-2. Getting you ahead in this count. Exactly what you want to see from Michael Taylor.
Yeah, and an 0-2 count. Might be looking for him to go to the changeup here. He's only thrown it once today. He threw it once before. Talked to him. He said he really wanted to try it out today. Really wanted to get a better feel for that pitch.
Especially against lefties. That's kind of the strikeout pitch that he's looking to go to, and
There it
goes
is
to it right there. 1-2, just couldn't find the zone.
Yeah, but that's a good pitch. I mean, changeup really looks like it's coming along pretty nicely for him, and you can really see from the slot that he's throwing at, it's pretty easy for him to get some good movement on that.
1-2 now. Goes to the changeup again to get him swinging. Is that the first strikeout we've seen from Taylor with the changeup?
Well, actually, last time he pitched, he threw one changeup, got a strikeout on it, especially why he wanted to try it out today. Gets the second one right there.
So nice to see that all 3 pitches are working for Taylor today. He looks pretty solid on the mound besides that 4-pitch walk. Brings back up the top of the order Isaiah Landry. It'll be 1-0 to him. Landry forced a long at bat last time around, ended up striking out swinging. As Taylor goes over to first, checks in on Stanley, the DH. Landry plays at Alabama State University. This is that one 2-0. Calls Pittsburgh, California home. And is ahead of the count here. 90 on the sinker there from Taylor. 2-0. Finds a zone on the slider, 2-1.
Yeah, and Taylor's one of the guys on the Legend staff that can run it up there. He's been up to 92 in the past. Usually sits about 89, but seeing him running up to a 90 here. It's easier to throw harder when you're out of the bullpen, but today as a starter, we might see him go a little bit softer.
One's hit loudly into left field and will drop for a hit. Vaskin Smith didn't really give that much chase to it. Just kind of dropped into no man's land. That will be a 1-out single. Puts 2 on here for the Seagulls at first and second.
Number 17, Ryan Fortier.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate pitch to give up a hit on. It looked like a pretty good pitch, pretty good location by Michael Taylor. Just kind of sticks his bat out there, pokes it in the left field.
So that brings up Lordier, the first baseman. 2-hole hitter today for the Seagulls. Grounded out to short. That one gets past Taylor. Now under even more pressure. It's 1-0 with 2 runners in scoring position. A hit will score a run. And you now do have a base open. Oh, that crucially as well eliminated the double play ball.
Yeah, you have a base open, but with the 3-hole hitter on deck, it doesn't really make sense to walk this guy. I would go after him.
As that is hit to first, run will score. Crawford didn't decide to throw, and it makes sense. Just wanted to get the second out. Not the end of the world to give up a run there, but it will be 1-0 with Landry at first. Brings up Nav Sundar to the plate. Third baseman who flew out into right field to end the first.
And like you mentioned, not the end of the world to give up a run right there, but the Legends have been stifling at the plate a little bit. That's not necessarily a run you had to give up with the wild pitch right there, so an unfortunate run either way.
That one is hit too short, fumbled a bit, but will get the out. Good adjustment there by Josh Quinn. 1 run does come across the plate, but Legends still very much in this game as we enter the bottom of the third. It will be Walsh, Young, Goldberg, and Bergen to the plate. Look here in the bottom of the third. Legends find themselves down a run, 1-0. Top of the order will be coming up after Walsh. It'll be Walsh, Young, Goldberg, and Bergen, as that one is hit foul, 0-1. Walsh this year playing, just wrapped up a year at Chabot College where he hit out of 351 OBP. He'll be joining USF for the fall, as that one is fouled off 0-2. Quickly gets behind. Walsh this summer working for 1.21 average, 231, but has shown to be a very valuable glove at third base. Has been making a lot of great plays out there.
Yeah, he's making a lot of great plays. It really has seemed like a lot of the Legends starting lineup as a whole has been stifling at the plate, but see Coach Josh Nikoloff out there with them every single day working to get some of these guys right.
Now we'll over to the shortstop, Barber, to get the first out of the inning. Plata had a tough second, but bounces back there for a quick out one. Brings up the top of the order, Hayden Young Goldberg.
Now batting, center fielder, number 6, Hayden Young Goldberg.
Young Goldberg last time around looked at as strike 3 to go down via the punch out. Now, second time around, I'm going to be seeing a more designed approach here. Fouls that one off 0-1.
Yeah, and as a pitcher here, it's really important for Plata, if he wants to continue his success, to really change up what he's been doing. I mean, we saw a lot of fastballs first time through. We also saw the curveball a little bit, but I would assume he's going to go to more off-speed here than fastballs.
I could be expecting. Seems to me that the pitch he's really liking is the curveball to get guys out, especially lefties. That one will be evening it up, ball 1. It's kind of the inverse of what we were saying with Taylor. Maybe it's the curveball to get the lefties, and then the changeup to get the righties. It's based on the movement. Here's the fastball inside of the plate, ball 2. And Goldberg, if you are a pitcher Plata, you don't want to let him on. Has a lot of speed. As the leadoff batter, leads the team in stolen bases along with Rowan Felch. As Plata evens it up with a called strike 2. General on the season. Getting on the base very well. Hits that one down the first base line past the second baseman for a 1-out single. That's going to be a little bit of a problem for the Seagulls on the base path.
Yeah, a little bit of a problem. Hayden Young Goldberg runs really well. Really glad to see him make an adjustment right there. Second time through the order. Got on fastball, and he kind of rifles it through the right side of the infield.
That's the second hit of the game for Menlo Park. Brings up Ethan Bergen. Last time around, struck out swinging. First pitch to Bergen. Swinging 0-1. I have noticed from him, he likes to swing at that first pitch, just being aggressive at the plate. Something you like to see from your hitters.
Yeah, and it looks like a lot of differing approaches here for the Menlo Park hitters. Ethan Bergen, like you mentioned, likes to swing at that first pitch. A lot of the guys towards the middle of the lineup, a little bit more passive. Jordan Crawford, John Paul Avila are guys that don't really swing as often, but will put good wood on ball when they do hit the ball.
Bergen swings and misses there, 0-2. He committed to play at UC Riverside in the fall after a year at Skyline where he hit .333. And gets him swinging again. 2 strikeouts to start his first start of this year. Tough one if you're Bergen.
Yeah, a little bit tough if you're Ethan Bergen right there, but he didn't necessarily swing at bad pitches. All 3 of those pitches weren't in the zone, so it is tough to start your day off with 2 strikeouts, but he's not necessarily a loss at the plate, which is good to see.
Yeah, 87 below the knees is just so tough to reach. As the batter brings up Jordan Crawford to the plate with a runner on first. That one will be low, ball 1. Crawford last time around grounded out the short. Now, second time through the order. You would expect him to reach base eventually today. That's what he does. First pitch. There's a ball. Second pitch, also a ball. 2-0 now. Crawford getting ahead of the count.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, Jordan Crawford a little bit more passive at the plate, taking 2 balls right there. We also saw the catcher get down on a pretty much a split situation there. Really easy to block the ball, but we also have seen the ball get away from him twice today, so a little bit of a give and take there with that catching stance he has.
Jordan Crawford leads the team in average. Looks at that one high, ball 3. By a big margin as well. Next closest guy after his 4.29 today is Dylan Joyce with a 2.90. As he looks at these first 3 pitches for 3 balls, it'll be 3-0, 2 outs, 1 on to Crawford. And that will be a 4-pitch walk. It's very close to the zone. A good take there by Crawford, though, to bring up J.P. Avila, his second time through the order.
Designated hitter, number 30, J.P. Avila.
Avila struck out swinging in the second. Now here in the third with 2 on, 2 outs. Looking to keep the inning going and bring Menlo Park back in this game. First pitch to Avila. Swinging high. In no man's land and make the grab. Now Sundar ends the inning there. It'll be 1-0 here as we head back up into the top of the 4th. Legends looking to keep the lead to 1. Seagulls looking to add more. Come in here, top of the 4th. Seagulls up by 1, looking to add more. Will be Tinsley, Hart, and Forsyth to the plate for San Francisco. Taylor entering his 4th inning of work. This is only his... This is his second start of the season. Gets the quick out 1. 1 pitch out is exactly how you want to start the inning.
Yeah, exactly how you want to start the inning, especially after a longer inning on the mound.
Now
There
batting,
we saw a
right
couple of
fielder,
walks, a couple
number
of wide
7,
pitches.
Logan
Glad to
Hart.
see him get back in the zone, get that first pitch out.
And I think it also is good. Despite only not having scored a run yet, I think the lineup as coming through the second time around, they're definitely looking a lot better. As Taylor gets Hart there swinging 0-1.
First pitch change up right there. Another swing and a miss for Michael Taylor on that pitch.
So it'll be 0-1 to Hart. Goes to the changeup again, this time 1-1. Hart committed to CSU Fullerton. One pitch coming, swinging, 1-2.
Yeah, and after you accustom the hitter to 2 changeups on those first 2 pitches, now seeing 89 with pretty much similar movement is really hard to hit as a hitter.
Will be the 1-2 pitch here to Hart. And goes to the sinker outside. Just misses, 2-2.
And if you're the hitter here, I mean, you struck out on that big sweeping slider back foot last time, so that's definitely in the back of your mind. You've seen the changeup now twice, swung and missed at one of them. Seen the heat. You really got him exactly where you want him if you're Michael Taylor.
2-2. Sinker hit right to the second baseman, Shea, for the second out of the inning. That is a great at-bat. It was a longer one for Taylor, but he got the out, and I just think he had him confused for most of the at-bat.
Yeah, it looked like he had him confused, kind of guessing a little bit.
Catcher, number 30.
Well, a 5-pitch at-bat is a little bit longer. He did take a couple pitches, but 6 pitches in total in the inning, not bad. Looking to get this last one here quickly.
And it makes sense. I mean, you didn't get him strike out, but that is still an out. Hit very weakly to second baseman. And that brings up Liam Forsythe, the catcher. Had a single last time out. So that one, 1-0. What's your approach like to a guy that you've given up to a hit your first time facing him, now your second time? How is he going to change things?
Well, I would first start with getting in the zone really quickly, getting one of those first 2 pitches in the zone as he does right there, and just letting him get himself out. He's already put the ball in play once, so he will do it again.
Does it again, and that one is hit high. Shea makes the grab. It will be Legends put to bay. 1, 2, 3. It'll be Menlo Park to the plate. Smith, Felch, and Quinn up to bat. Welcome in here. Bottom of the 4th, and it's a new arm into the game. Ryan Roca for San Francisco after a great 3 innings of work from Garrett Plata. First pitch from Roca. Fastball misses, 1-0. It's going to be Smith, Felch, and Quinn to the plate here for Menlo Park. First righty that we've seen from San Francisco. Second pitch, swinging. Smith, that'll drop into the outfield for A single. Smith, 2 for 2 today. Great start to your afternoon. Especially significant as we have seen Smith kind of struggle a bit for average this year.
Fielder, number 9, Rowan Felch.
Before the game, only hitting 214. Now 2 for 2. You're definitely going to improve your average with that.
Hey, your average is going to go up right there. I would say that's the weak point in Baskin Smith's game. When he puts the ball in play, it usually goes pretty far. When he's on the base paths, he usually runs pretty well. So really good to see him improving that average right there.
Felch, swing and miss, 0-1. Plot his line for the day. 3 innings of work. Only gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 63 pitches. But crucially, no runs. As the Legends still looking at a big fat 0 on the scoreboard. 0-1 to Felch. Swinging 0-2. To me, Felch is just a little disconnected today.
He looks a little bit off. It looks like he's not necessarily swinging at the pitches that he usually swings at. I haven't really seen him swing at that breaking ball in the dirt all summer, so looking for him to get back on track, pick up the ball out of the hand here.
Maybe a little frustrated after striking out in the second. Here, the 0-2 pitch. Hits that one high. Down the right field line. It will just go foul. That was close, Victor.
That was very close. A little bit out in front of the breaking ball right there. Got it in his wheelhouse, down and in. Just misses that pitch right there.
It was definitely out of his zone, but he found it. I think that was the pitch he was definitely looking for there. As we'll do the 0-2 pitch once again after the foul ball. 89 miles an hour off the bat as well. That would have gone for extra bases and probably tied up the game with Smith's speed at first. 0-2. Once again, Smith goes. Hit. Will drop for a hit. Smith digs for third. In fact, the right fielder fumbled with the ball there. It will be a single to put runners on first and second. Roca already gets himself in a bit of a hole here after the first 2 batters faced.
Yeah, and that's a great adjustment right there by Rowan Felch. Chases the breaking ball in the dirt, then hammers one into right field, just hooks it foul, and then he gets the same exact pitch, hooks it into right field for a base hit.
I don't know why, if you're the pitcher, you go to that pitch again after seeing how he hit it the pitch before, but now runners on the corners for Josh Quinn.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a confusing sequencing there from the pitcher, but when you're working in the low 80s, high 70s, you got to be a little bit creative, so going to that breaking ball definitely is one of his go-to pitches right there.
Another guy with speed, Felch at first, tied with Young Goldberg for the most stolen bases on all season for Menlo Park with 6. 1-0 to Quinn. As Felch takes off, ball fumbled by the catcher. It'll be 1-1 here to Quinn with 2 runners in scoring position. Good place to be in for Menlo Park.
Yeah, great job by Rowan Felch right there, eliminating the 2 ball up the middle. So 2 runners in scoring position, looking for the batter to put good wood on the ball and get some runners in.
Quinn, 1-1. Last time we saw him, he was walked. Pitch comes. Hit into left field. That will be dropping for a hit. Both runners come home. It will be a Menlo Park lead for a bases-clearing double by Josh Quinn. 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's great to see for Josh Quinn. Like we said, he'd been stifling at the plate, so that little dinker in the left field will definitely get him going a little bit. The double, 2 RBIs, puts his team on top. Good feeling for Josh Quinn.
Are we seriously calling an 87-mile-an-hour hit a dinker? That's a great piece of hitting there by Quinn. Brings up Kevin Shea to the plate. Well, I do have to say that that's the second time we've seen a ball hit into left field, and the left fielder having a hard time reading it. Once for Menlo Park, once for San Francisco.
Yeah, it could be a different look here with the sun kind of rising at a different angle than it usually does, so potentially has an effect here with an earlier start time.
We usually see a little bit of confusion out in right when it comes to fielding balls from the outfield. Now could be in left based on the sun's position, kind of directly above the players here. That is hit high into the infield. Tough first out there for Kevin Shea. But you still have a runner in scoring position. Quinn.
Now batting, third baseman, number 48.
Does have some speed. 7 stolen bases this past season for Cal Lutheran. Brings up Nicholas Walsh, who grounded out to short his first time through the order. First pitch to Walsh. Hit. And it'll just go foul 0-1. Ryan Roca having a tough time coming into the game. Gave up the 2-hit double, but gets ahead in the count here 0-1. That's just sometimes what you have to do to get dialed back in. The 0-1 to Walsh. Foul. Again, 0-2. Late there. It's nice to see Walsh fouling these off, trying to get his timing down, and hit one into the outfield.
Yeah, it looks like he has the right approach here. That's a ball on the outer part of the plate. Looks like he's trying to go the other way with it, but unfortunately does foul it off.
Yeah, Quinn at second does have some speed. Yeah, tries to go opposite field again. That one might stay in. It does, but no one will get to it. We'll do the 0-2 once again. Ryan Rocha. One of the few Kenyatta guys on this team. On the field today, excuse me. Menlo Park has quite a few of them. Notably the Avalas. Rocha looking to slow it down, gather himself. 0-2, swinging. Definitely makes the batter think a little bit more when you slow it down. 78, swing and miss. Tough out there for Kevin Shea.
You see him go to the curveball there, then he goes back to the fastball, elevates it a little bit. We saw those fastballs a little bit down around the knees, so just changing the eye level, getting Nicholas Walsh to swing and miss right there at the top of the zone.
Brings up Hayden Young-Goldberg. Last time we saw him, hit a single. Before that, struck out, so. This will be Young-Goldberg's first time facing Rocha. And looks at that one for ball one. And Goldberg, the lefty, definitely does have the advantage here. Looking for pitches low and inside that he can send over to right field. You 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Good job getting ahead here by the lefty. And another guy with speed leads the team in stolen bases, so Rocha doesn't want to get him on. That will likely extend the inning for him even more than he already needs to. 2 balls, no strikes. Needs a pitch in the zone here if you're Ryan Rocha. Gets one in the zone. Fouled off by Young-Goldberg, 2-1. Rocha from South San Francisco. This year been pretty shut down for San Francisco, only working with a .84 ERA on the year. 7 strikeouts, so clearly one of the better arms in the Seagulls staff. But having a tough time coming into here, maybe a little earlier than he was expecting to. As that is fouled off, 2-2. Young-Goldberg getting a long at-bat here with 2 outs, 1 on. It's always frustrating as a pitcher to see the last guy up, the last out, taking his time with these at bats, forcing you to extend them.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially when you have the 2-3 hole guys waiting in the wings. Young-Goldberg is the guy you really want to get out here, the leadoff man.
We'll do the 2-2 here. At second is Quinn. That is hit high into center field. Landry tracks and makes the grab. So Rocha gets out of the inning, but not before giving up 2 runs and the lead. It'll be 2-1 here, entering the top of the 5th. Legends in control of the game. Well, we made it here, top of the fifth. It'll be Brewer, Stanley, and Barber, the back end of the Seagulls order. Play Michael Taylor entering his fifth inning of work. First pitch. Ball one. Taylor, one of 3 LA Mission guys on the staff. That one misses. 2-0.
Yeah, one of 3 guys. We saw the other 2 yesterday, Alex Morrison, Robbie Souter. Definitely looks like LA Mission is a program that really values funky arm angles. Michael Taylor kind of coming in from almost a side arm angle, and then you see Robbie Souter definitely over the side, and then Alex Morrison heavily over the top. So
2-1 here. Morrison now committed to Holy Cross, so he will be leaving the LA Mission program. 2 balls, 1 strikes, nobody out here. Swinging, 2-2. We're entering his 5th inning of work in a role that we haven't seen him before. Taylor's still showing that he has some velo, 89 on the sinker. Now with pitch give, could be seeing him with the slider to get the swing and miss. Last time we saw Brewer, he did strike out. Fouls that one off, 2-2.
yeah, like you mentioned, Michael Taylor maintaining the velo here, 89-90 still. I wonder if that's necessarily a byproduct of him not bringing the heat at the beginning of the game, like we see a lot of starters do. They start off pretty strong and then they pepper out throughout the game. It looks like he's stayed pretty much 89-90 throughout the whole 5 innings, so that's glad to see that from Michael Taylor.
Slider misses the zone, 3-2. Will be full count here to Brewer. He has 54 pitches, so he's been very efficient through 4 innings, as that one will be a walk. Tough to walk the leadoff man in a full count situation, but that's what Taylor does. Brings up Shane Stanley.
Designated hitter, number 34, Shane Stanley.
Second inning today where he's walked the leadoff man. Last time we saw that, the leadoff man scored a run. Brings up Shane Stanley to the plate. Jake Barber on deck. So that one is hit. It'll be caught by the second baseman, Shea, for the first out of the inning. Although I bet Shea wished that was a little bit of a bouncer so he could have gone for the double play ball. He'll take the out, brings up the 9-hole hitter, Jake Barber, who struck out swinging last time he faced Taylor. That was on the changeup as well. We'll see how Taylor approaches it this time. Maybe looking to get him with the changeup again. First pitch. Sinker high, ball 1. Will be 1 on, 1 out. 2-1 game. Seagulls first time they found himself behind all day, swinging from Barber. It brings the count to 1-1.
Yeah, and today's really the day where we see Michael Taylor have his best stuff. Usually the fastball gets a little inconsistent at times, can ride, even though it's a sinker. Today we're seeing it with consistent sink. Slider sometimes gets a little slurvy. And today we're really seeing it be side to side. Right there, that changeup just kind of left over the plate. Probably the only changeup that he's thrown today that has kind of floated a little bit. All of his other changeups have been really good.
Yeah, that was the ball to hit right there for Barber, but he just fouls it off down right field line. It'll be 1-2 here to the lefty. It goes to the sinker looking. That is not what Barber was expecting for the second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout since the third inning for
Isaiah Landry.
Michael Taylor. Good to get back in there with the punch out. And now bring up the leadoff man, Isaiah Landry, with 2 outs, 1 on. As that is dropped. Brewer thought about taking off, but holds up. It'll be 1-0, 1 on first to Isaiah Landry. Landry, the Alabama State man.
And it looks like we do have some action going on in the Legends bullpen. It looks like Kevon Ebron down there, but as he's got him picked off right there.
It'll be a pickoff here to get the final out of the inning. Good work there for Michael Taylor. When we return, it'll be Bergen, Crawford, and Avila to the plate for Menlo Park. Welcome in here, bottom of the fifth. It'll be Bergen, Crawford, and Avila to the plate from Menlo Park. Bergen up first, has struck out twice. Now, first time facing Rocha, a righty. Let's see how he adjusted that. Thought about swinging there, but it'll be high and in, ball one. So Bergen started his career of a hit. Since then, he had to reach base. 1 for 4. As a legend, there'll now be 1-1 here to the catcher.
And we were talking in the top half of the inning about Kevon Ebron getting up in the Legends bullpen. Looks like he's now sat down, so it will be Michael Taylor coming back after the next inning.
No reason to after. I thought he had a great 5th inning of work. And while, yes, he is giving you more than you require him to. First debut after the long day for the pitching staff yesterday is definitely going to take that.
Yeah, he'll take that, and especially if you're Michael Taylor, you would be very happy to go out there for the 6th inning. A lot of D1 baseball coaches are looking at him, one of the better arms on the Legends this summer.
As that will hit Bergen to reach. Ryan Rocha's second time. Just started his outing in the 5th inning by letting the leadoff man on. Now hits Bergen to bring up Jordan Crawford. 1 on, nobody out here.
Looks like some camaraderie going on the baseball field. Ethan Bergen and Rocha potentially knowing each other. Looks like he's giving him a hard time about hitting him with the curveball right there.
It'll be 1-0. They play in the same league. Rocha for Kenyatta and Berger for Skyline, excuse me, Bergen. That is hit hard. And will be dropping for a hit in the left center gap. Bergen will be digging for home. Crawford stand in second. It will be a double. The score run extends the lead to 3-1. Bergen goes from first to home. Let's put some aggressive base running there. That's what you like to see if you're manager debut.
Yeah, you love to see that if you're Chris Debut. Jordan Crawford doing what he's done all summer for the Legends, producing, bringing in runs. Another great hit right there, opposite field double.
And as soon as the righty comes in, Crawford takes advantage. First pitch he faced from Rocha, he sends into opposite field. Extends a lead to 2 here for Menlo Park. Brings up JP Avila. Looking to keep the rally going. As that gets away, Rocha a little bit rattled now. Had a tough 4th. Having a tough start to the 5th as well. And even though he's been one of their better pitchers, as I mentioned before today, only allowed 1 run in 10 2/3 innings of work. Now has allowed 3 here in 1 inning. This will be 2-0 here to Avila. Teammates at Kenyatta. So maybe Rocha knows what to expect from Avila. 2-0 pitch. Swing and miss, 2-1. That's what we've seen Rocha do is when he's under pressure, he really slows it down, kind of makes the batter think.
Yeah, when you throw in the high 70s, you kind of have to. I mean, you're not going to overpower him. You're not necessarily going to, throw some nasty benders in there, so you got to find different creative ways to get batters out. Rocha's done it all summer.
Slows it down again, 2-1. That'll miss the zone, 3-1. Kind of the same logic. I was reading about it, in soccer, where in penalty shootouts, if you take longer to run up and take your penalty, you usually have a better chance of scoring it. It just kind of makes the goalkeeper think more. Same logic applies here in baseball. The longer it takes for pitchers to hit it, it'll be hit into the gap by Avila. I'll continue my thought afterwards, but that will be a run right there on the RBI single. Everyone's getting involved here as the game carries on. It's now 4-1 in favor of Menlo Park.
And you mentioned Rocha being familiar with John Paul Avila. That goes both ways. He's very familiar with Brian Rocha. I would imagine they've had a lot of intra-squads. A lot of times they face each other. So John Paul jumping on a fastball right there, getting an RBI single off his teammates.
Yeah, he's had a tough First two at-bats. Good bounce back there from the righty. It'll be now 4-1. Vaskin Smith comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. Also scored the first run of the game for Menlo Park. Looking to keep his day going. As that'll be breaking ball finding the zone 0-1. I was saying, it's kind of the same logic between penalty shootouts and baseball. As that will be hit down the line. Foul, barely.
And it's really the dynamic of the 1v1. I mean, in penalty shootouts, it's you versus the goalkeeper. In baseball, it's pitcher versus batter. It's a lot of 1v1 psychological warfare going on right there.
It's definitely kind of you as the batter and the goalkeeper. You're kind of guessing is where's the ball going to be. Obviously, as a goalkeeper, you kind of know the tendencies of where the kicker's going to be kicking it. You don't really have that in baseball. You know where you might hit it into the outfield, what direction he likes to go, but... Very interesting launch there in the 1v1s. It'll be 1-2 now here to Smith. New Mexico native committed to play for UNM, the Lobos. As Rocha still yet to get the first out. It'll be 1-2. Hit high. Foul. That's some of the pop that we've seen from Smith right there. Just went foul, though. Stays 1-2.
Yeah, his eyes kind of lit up right there on the curveball. Slow bender, 63 miles an hour from Rocha. So really looking for him to stay back here on this curveball and hammer it into the outfield.
Yeah, that's probably a little slower than what he wanted. I know when you get a hanging curveball like that in the zone, you're looking to send it far. As that ball goes in the dirt, Avila, not known for speed, but takes off there. Will beat the throw from the catcher Forsyth. It'll be 2-2 here to Smith.
Yeah, and that's just great base running right there by John Paul Avila. Breaking ball count. You know that there's potential for something to be in the dirt here. You read that out of the hand of Rocha. Take second base.
It'll be a runner in scoring position. Still yet to get the first out of the fifth. There is movement in the bullpen for San Francisco. 2-2 pitch to Smith. Gets another loopy curve. That will drop into center field. Landry will make the first out of the inning, but Avila tags. There's now a runner 90 feet away from scoring for Menlo Park as Felch will be looking to score that. Coming to the plate.
Now batting, right fielder, number 9, Rowan Felch.
Felch 1 for 2 today. After the single off of Rocha last time around. This is his second time facing the righty. And was really liking those pitches low and inside. That one high though, ball 1. Felch, his last 2 years at CSM where he was one of our standout hitters, now committed to play for UC Irvine. As he hits that one foul, evens it up 1-1. UC Irvine this past season had a great year, finished inside the top 25 nationally.
Yeah, they got the at-large bid there in the Big West Conference that's really on the up and up in baseball. So UC Santa Barbara hosted a regional this year. UC Irvine heading up to Corvallis, losing in the regional final to Oregon State.
1-1, 1 out, 1 on here to Felch. Rocha just looking to get out of the inning without more damage done. Pitch comes. Swing and miss. 1-2. There's a change up there.
Yeah, we really see Rowan Felch really struggle with off speeds. We saw him chase a curveball in the dirt last time. Chases a changeup right there.
Although he has been hitting the off, he did the hit was off of an off speed down low. Could be what he's looking for here. 1-2. That one kind of where Felch likes it. One foul into the Legends bullpen. Makes the grab, but Avila will tag. It's a sac fly to score a run. I would have to say that was a great throw by Logan Hart.
That's a great throw. Great play. I wonder if he should have maybe let it go foul.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Run scores for the Legends, though. They will absolutely take that.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, Joshua Quinn.
So it makes the Seagulls lineup job a little harder. Now they find themselves down by 4 here. 2 outs, nobody on for Quinn, who's reached base twice via walk and a double. That one hit foul, 0-1. Especially, as you mentioned, the Legends pitching staff has gone the better in their previous two meetings of this San Francisco side. Seagulls yet to beat Menlo Park. This will be 0-1 to Quinn. Big loopy curve, misses 1-1.
And Kevon Ebron is back up in the Legends bullpen, potentially with the longer inning, 3 runs across here for the Legends. Maybe it could spell the end of the day for Michael Taylor, who's been sitting now for a while.
Only 1-1 to Quinn, who hits that one high into shallow right field. Sun is shining bright, but Hart makes the grab, flashing the glove there a couple times in right field. But 3 runs come across the plate for Menlo Park. It'll be 5-1 here as we enter the top of the 6th. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome in here at top of the 6th. Comes with some changes for Menlo Park. Now in at right field is Evan Bilter as Rowan Felch moved to center. And then in at first base is a straight swap. Emmett Finney in for Jordan Crawford. Now on the mound will be Kevon Ebron for Menlo Park, who as it counts a 1-1 against the Seagulls hitter. It'll be Isaiah Landry. That one misses 1. Just got Michael Taylor's final line for you. 5 innings of work, only gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 61 pitches. As that one heading into left field, Smith makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Ebron has had an up and down year. Last time we saw him at home, though, pitched in garbage time in the 9th and absolutely shoved.
Number 17, Ryan Lordier.
Struck out 3 batters. So when it's his day, he's shown that he can be one of the more effective pitchers on the staff.
Yeah, keep on Ebron. Seen him really rely on that fastball this year. Low 80s, 83, 85, but it's really sneaky. That's the first time we've seen a changeup right there, number 76 on the gun. But for him, it's really been fastball, curveball. He's relied on those 2 pitches. Coming from a higher up slot, he's a taller pitcher. Curveball really plays up.
That one's fouled off 0-2. Ebron just wrapped up a year at Monterey Peninsula College where he had a 4.44 ERA in 77 innings of work, now joining CSU Monterey Bay. It'll be 1-1 here to Lordier. Is it a 2-1 after the ball? Ebron this season had a tough first outing, but in general, now 4.5 ERA. Struck out 3 batters last time we saw him. Only walk on the year. Hasn't allowed a hit all season as well. So, been an effective pitcher for manager Chris
Now
DeBoo
batting, third baseman,
out of the
number
bullpen.
27, Pranav Sundar.
That brings up Nav Sundar to the plate, the third baseman. Ebron. Oh, yep. What were you going to say?
And we've seen Kevon Ebron really be effective with that fastball. A lot of swings and misses in the zone. Has a 27% in-zone swing and miss rate this year on that fastball.
Beautiful loopy curveball there from Ebron. As you mentioned, the 2 pitches that we've really seen from him a lot this year, adding a changeup as well. The big thing about summer is that these players are still developing. They're adding onto their stuff, changing things around. We've seen guys add pitches. We've seen guys get rid of pitches.
Yeah, we've seen a couple guys now add that changeup, and I think that's something that really Marcelo Saldana, the pitching coach, Chris DeBoo, really value is timing. A lot of what hitting is just timing, and changeup is disrupting timing. Seen guys get rid of some pitches. You saw Robbie Sauter get rid of his curveball and move to a traditional slider.
0-2 here, 2 outs, and gets him down, swinging Owen. Oh no, Allie fouled off, excuse me.
Yeah, just tips that at the plate right there. That's a good curveball, though, from Kevon Ebron trying to get that strikeout on an 0-2 pitch.
Great pitch from Ebron, who's looking pretty effective here. And the 6 got 2 quick outs. The 0-2 pitch once again. That one is hit towards Ebron, trying to make the play. He will throw to first. Slow throw, but in time for the final out of the inning. Seagulls go down 1-2-3. When we return, it will be the back end of the order, Shea Walsh and Evan Bilter for Menlo Park. Bottom of the 6th, and comes a new arm for San Francisco. It'll be Nick Balch into the game, relieving Ryan Roach after a tough 2 innings for him. Rocha only had 2 innings of work. Gave up 5 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout on 44 pitches, as well as a hit by pitch for 5 earned runs. Responsible for all 5 runs on the scoreboard for Menlo Park. New pitcher in is Nick Bolch, the tall righty from Millbrae, California. That one, that'll be 1-1 to Shea, the lefty. 1-1 pitch. This is 2-1. Shea yet to reach base. Now facing another righty, looking to continue these great middle innings for this Menlo Park lineup. 2-1 pitch outside brings the count to 3-1. Shea getting ahead early. What you like to see. Balch. This is college ball for CSU East Bay, teammates of a couple legacy guys, and Donnell Daniels and Dom Nahar, as that one just finds his own 3-1. That was, according to our track man, way outside. Should have been a 4th ball. Instead, full count here to Shea. And that will be the walk. So the leadoff man is on, brings up the 9-hole hitter Nicholas Walsh.
Now batting, third baseman, number 48, Nicholas Walsh.
Walsh. You have to reach base as well. Shea. Now on. Walsh looking to keep the good work. That one finds his own 0-1.
Yeah, really frustrating to see Balch cough up that walk to lead off the inning. Manager Sebastiani probably not very happy with that, but gets the first pitch strike right there on Walsh, so looking for him to bounce back here. Walsh is looking to get a pitch that you can swing right here.
That one fouled off 0-2. Walsh, the switch hitter, started out on the right-hand side. Now here batting left-hand side of the plate. 1-2 quickly. On deck is Evan Belter. It'll be his first at-bat of the day. 0-2 comes to Walsh, outside, ball 1. Balch from Millbrae, went to Cappuccino High School. Two pitch, hit up the middle. Will play ball in option, but instead it'll go past the second baseman. Shea goes from first to third. It'll be a single for Walsh.
And it's really unfortunate if you're the Seagulls right there. A pitch that was lined right back up the middle. The pitcher, Balch, maybe could have caught that ball. Bounces off the glove of the second baseman. Kind of goes into no man's land. Allows the runner Shea to get to third.
With that hit, every player in the Menlo Park lineup has reached base. Brings up the new leadoff man, Evan Belter. First pitch. Looks at that one high, ball 1. Belter, definitely a guy that hits for average. At the Colorado School of Mines, had a 426 BA. Also has some pop on his bat, 17 doubles, OPS in the 1200s. So runner takes off. That one will be hit into the outfield. Landry drops right in front of him. And that will be a single to score a run. It is now 6-1 here. Nobody out. Brings up Ethan Bergen.
Yeah, a good pitch to hit right there for Evan Bilter. Takes it right back up the middle, gets the RBI single. Really something that you want to see if you're Chris DeBoo. I mean, we talked about the walks yesterday for the Legends. Obviously never really gave the offense a chance, as a lot of the explosion happened in the first few innings, but they also only scored one run, so looking for them to get back on track, and they've done so here so far against the Seagulls.
92 off the bat of Bilter. Keeps up the streak of every batter reaching in this game. Brings up Bergen, who hits that one high into right field. Bilter will not tag. That'll be the first out of the inning. Brings up the new man, Emmett Fitty, who coming into the game for Jordan Crawford.
Now batting, first baseman, number 29, Emmett Finney.
Finney. Right, he joined the team late. He's already gotten a lot of action. 278 average on the year. So has made an instant impact for this Legends lineup. Runners on first and second for him, 1 out. And a swinging 0-1. As well, 391 at OBP. Can draw some walks as well. Oh, and 1 to Finney. This past year was the top hitter for Chabot. We had a 376 average. That led the team. Also led the team in at-bats. That's some pop, too. 11 home runs, 10 doubles. Brings the count to 1-1. 2 on, 1 out here. In the bottom of the 6th. One gets away from Bulch. 2-1 now. So after 3 kind of shutdown innings for Garrett Plata, the relievers have not been stepping up here for San Francisco. That's just so tough to see if you're manager Sebastiani.
Yeah, really seeing the relievers come out struggling throwing strikes. I mean, it's really been the struggle here so far for Ball. This was the struggle for the last guy in Roca, and really seeing the Legends just have a disciplined approach, not necessarily swinging at anything they shouldn't be swinging at. So good on the Legends so far for being disciplined at the plate.
Also notably, I mean, not a lot of these guys are reaching via walk. There's been 9 hits today. Legends lineup definitely coming through.
And it could be a byproduct of a little bit of slower stuff we're seeing. Not as much fun coming from the Seagulls, but like I mentioned earlier, it's about the hitters doing the job, and they've done it so far.
2-2 to Finney. He looks at that one, ball 3, loads up the count. Did have a pitch to give there. Will now be 3-2 to Finney. To say he can draw a lot of walks, but he also led Chabot in strikeouts. Now with the 2-strike count, 3-2, runners on first and second. Looking to load up the bases here, possibly. And looks at that one. There'll be runners on first, second, and third with 1 out to bring up JP. Excuse me, actually a new hitter.
And your attention, please.
Max Shore comes into the game.
Legends pinch hitting from JP Avila. Number 50, Max Shore.
Shore, this will be his debut for Menlo Park. Joins the team from Fresno State. He just wrapped up his redshirt sophomore year. First pitch outside 1-0. Went to Riverside City College for 2 years and had a 290 average there. As he hits that one over to third. It'll score a run. Fielder's choice. That's the second out of the inning. But now 7-1. Legends piling it on here in the 6th.
Yeah, Max Shore doing a job right there, just getting
Now
the
batting,
run
the
across.
fielder,
Doesn't necessarily have to do too
number
much.
18,
Gives
Smith.
himself up as an out, but does put the run across, making it 7-1 now for the Legends.
You'll definitely take that from your new man. Brings up Vaskin Smith to the plate. Who's 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles. First time facing Balch. That one's in the zone, 0-1. 6-run lead here for Menlo Park. This is kind of what we're more used to on the team. Trying to get back into first place in the CCL standings. That one is low, ball 1. Evens it up. Meanwhile, San Francisco finds themselves second to last here with a 6-9 record on a 3-game losing streak, just like Menlo Park. Walnut Creek's kind of running away with it. 9-1 in their last 8 games, as that will be hit. And a great play by the shortstop, Jake Barber, to end the inning. 2 runs come across the plate. Leaves 2 stranded, though. It'll be 7-1 entering the top of the 7th. Welcome in here, top of the 7th. Ebron remains in the game after a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Now in at third base, it's Kanan Treese. Walsh moves over to second. Kevin Shea out of the game. As that'll be grabbed by Finney. 1 pitch, 1 out here to start out the 7th. Let's start there for Kevon Ebron here.
Yeah, love to see it from Kevon right there, getting a first pitch out right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, however, his fastball does have a little bit more life than other guys' fastball. So even though it's 83, it's still tough to barrel up. Gets him to pop up, swing under it right there.
So we'll bring up Logan Hart, who swings and misses at that one, 0-1. Does that one miss 1-1? Hart so far today struck out in the 2nd, then grounded out in the 4th. Now up again here in the 7th. It's been a shutdown 5th and 6th inning for the pitching staff. Taylor in the 5th, of Ebron in the 6th. 2-1 now to Hart. One finds his own, evens it up 2-2.
And I'm glad to see that from Kevon Ebron right there. Threw a curveball on that previous pitch, just missed the zone. Looked like he went back behind the mound. Took a second to recoup himself. Gets a fastball swing and a miss by Hart right there.
So it'll be 2-2 to Hart. On deck is Forsythe, the catcher. 2-2 swing and miss. Ebron gets the punch out there for the 2nd out of the inning. That's his 1st of the day.
Now batting, the catcher, number 30, Liam Forsythe.
The strikeout was his weapon of choice in his last home outing. Now he's been relying on the defense. First strikeout of the day, though, right there for Ebron.
And that's a great fastball right there, painted on the outer half of the plate. It looks like the Legends really have had Logan Hart's number so far, getting him to swing and miss, strikeout on the first time, and then a weak ground ball, strikeout again right there.
And another big swing and miss there. This is from Liam Forsythe, the catcher, 0-1.
Yeah, and great changeup right there to start off this at-bat. Not a pitch that he's thrown at all this season, or at least we haven't seen it on the TrackMan yet, but looks like a pretty nice pitch running away from the right-handed hitters.
It's probably his strikeout pitch of choice for the righties. Goes to it again. Hit weakly to second for the final out of the inning. They go down again, 1-2-3. San Francisco lineup really struggling here in the middle innings. When we return, it'll be Felch, Quinn, and Treese to the plate for Menlo Park. Bottom of the 7th, it'll be Felch, Quinn, and Treese from Menlo Park, who've scored a run in 3 straight innings, looking to keep up the streak here. On the mound still is Nick Bolch, who gave up 2 runs in the 6th.
And your attention, please. Now catching for San Francisco and batting 6th, number 38, Jordan Maskey.
That brings in Jordan Maskey. Batting 6th, coming in for Liam Forsyth. First pitch. Swing from Felch, 0-1. If that has to do with kind of a bit of a disconnect between previous catcher Forsyth and Mask. So it'll be even it up 1-1. Mask is his college ball at Fresno City College, originally from Millbrae. So missed the zone 2-1 now. Felch. So far this game, 1 for 3. 1 for 2. Had the sac fly to right field. That one will miss 3-1. It's one of the only a few returners on the team for this Legends side, the CCL lineup, along with Josh Quinn, who bats after him. And we'll take the 5-pitch walk from Bolch. The leadoff man gets on again for Menlo Park, brings up Josh Quinn to the plate.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, Josh Quinn.
So Quinn steps up. Has reached base twice today, once on the walk, once on the double. So flew out to right field to end the 5th. 4th time up here. First time facing Bolch, as that one is fouled off 0-1. So 0-1 to Quinn, the Cal Lutheran man. He's had a bit of a bounce back day after a tough stretch. 0-1. High ball 1, evens it up. We'll be back here tomorrow. This time at 5 p.m. to face the Seagulls again. And second game of the 2-game stretch. So that one will be hit right to the second baseman. What a grab. Great play by Jake Brewer to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, we've really seen those middle infielders there for the Seagulls working. That last out of the inning was also a great play by Jake Barber.
90 miles an hour off the bat of
Now
Quinn.
third baseman, number 22, Kanan Treese.
But couldn't get past the outstretched arms of Jake Brewer. Brings up Kanan Treese for the first time all day. Treese power of bat over at third base. First pitch swinging high into left center. That will be caught by Landry. Great play by the center fielder.
Yeah, we've really seen Isaiah Landry putting in the work out there in center field. That's 2 balls now heading to the gap, but he's really has some great range out there, covering a lot of ground.
It's so tough in the outfield when the sun is shining bright like this, but Landry proving that you can get it done, and it'll be now 1 on, 2 outs here for the 9-0 hitter, Nicholas Walsh. First pitch, swinging 0-1. Fouled off there by Walsh. Legends, this is definitely refreshing to see after yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was around like 3 hours, 10 minutes, 3 hours, 15. Delayed the start to the second part of a doubleheader. With the legacy game, as that one is missed 1-1. Now, we're only about to end the second hour of play. About to enter the top of the 8th inning. 1-1, 1 on, 2 outs. Swinging Walsh brings it to 1-2. So 1-2 to Walsh. Last time we saw Walsh, he singled in the 6th. And he'll hit that one to the shortstop, who flips it to second to get the final out of the inning. It will remain 7-1 as we enter the top of the 8th. Legends in control of the game. Welcome in here, top of the 8th. It'll be Brewer, Stanley, and Barber, the back end of the Seagulls order here in the top of the 8th. Starting off with Brewer, who had a great play in the bottom of the 7th. Hopped up to make a grab to get an out. Now looking to get his day going on the bat. Struck out and walked so far. That one's fouled off 0-1. Brewer, so you're batting .250. That's 4th best in the average column for the team. It'll be 0-1. Fouled off. It's the count to 1-2. So on the bump is Ebron entering his 3rd inning of work. Guy who started a bit for Monterey Peninsula College. Now, mainly been working out of the bullpen for Chris DeBoo's staff.
Yeah, he was a guy that really started at CSU Monterey Bay, but so far has mainly come out of the bullpen in 1 inning stance, kind of just in there to face the lefty part of the lineup. He's also had some struggles. I remember seeing him struggle at Alameda, but really turning his season around now, getting in some good work here against the Seagulls.
That one is hit high towards second base. Walsh will make the grab. The first out of the inning. Walsh originally started the day out in 3rd, but moved over to 2nd. Nice to see. We do see a lot of positional versatility in the infield on this Legends team.
Yeah, both the Legends and the Legacy have a lot of positional versatility. Definitely something that managers in the CCL, BACL really value. The ability to move guys around anywhere they want. Makes it really easy as a player to get playing time if you can play multiple positions.
Yeah. Reps is the important thing in the summer. That's why you see so many college guys do this, just to continue improving as a player, getting coaching from top-notch staffs, as that'll be another swing and miss from Ebron. He's been really confusing this Seagulls lineup. He'll be 0-2 very quickly to Stanley, the DH. And gets him looking.
Yeah, Nate, that's just set up by 2 curveballs right before that. I mean, your eyes are down and you're expecting something breaking ball, off-speed pitch, and you see a fastball 83 miles an hour painted at the knees by Kevon Ebron right there.
And they were kind of in different parts of the plate as well. Those 2 curveballs low and in. That one on the outer half of the zone. We'll now bring up Jacob Barber. That one's high, ball 1. Ebron has faced this batter the entire order in 2 2/3. He's been absolutely excellent today. And we'll retire the side. 9 straight batters go down for San Francisco. What a day out of the pen for Kevon Ebron. We return. It'll be Bergen, Bilter, and Shore to the plate for Menlo Park. Then here, bottom of the 8th, it'll be Bilter, Bergen, and Finney to the plate for Menlo Park. Top part of the order, starting off with Bilter, who looks at that one for a strike. Into the game now is Jackson Moore. We're leaving Nick Balch after 2 innings, where he gave up 2 runs for work. That one will be evened up 1-1. It'll be Bilter, Bergen, and Finney to the plate, starting off with Bilter. And that will be called for ball 2. Bilter getting ahead here against the new pitcher Moore.
We're seeing some of the slower stuff we've seen all day from the Seagulls. 70 on that last pitch on the fastball. It's still difficult to hit as a hitter. Right, you know, your eyes are accustomed to seeing 80, 81, 82 from those last few guys. 70 on that pitch gets Bilter to swing and miss.
Jackson Moore this season with a 6.75 ERA. The guys that has kind of struggled a little bit more for the Seagulls staff. That one's outside, loads the count up at 3-2 to Bilter. 8 innings of work. Struck out 7 batters. Giving up 7 hits, 8 walks, so that lets people on. That'll be hit hard to short. That's really what I've been impressed with today, is the middle of the infield for San Francisco, making a lot of tough plays over there.
Yeah, it looks like they're really ready to... They're anticipating the baseball, which is really what you want to do as a middle infielder. The ball is going to be hit to me. What am I going to do? And it looks like they've been doing that all day.
Now batting, the catcher, number 12, Ethan Bergen.
So that brings up Ethan Bergen. Just got Nick Balch's final line. 2 innings of work. Gave up 2 hits, 3 walks. 2 earned runs, no strikeouts on 37 pitches. Tough day for Balch. This will be a quick out 1 from Jackson Moore. Brings up Bergen to the plate. On deck is Emmett Finney. Will be Bergen waits the pitch. Hit high up into center field, right to Landry, though, for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Brings up Emmett Finney.
Now batting, first baseman, number 29, Emmett Finney.
His first time through the order was walked in the 6th. Now second time up. Guy who can definitely get on base. First pitch. High, ball 1. You 1-0 to the Chabot College man. That one misses 2-0. Moore kind of in a tough time finding the zone here.
Yeah, tough time finding the zone against Finney, but he has gotten 2 quick outs here, so look, he really just needs to recoup and get back here in the strike zone. Emmett Finney so far, talked to him the other day. He's been really frustrated with himself about not putting good barrel on the ball. He asked me the other day what a hard hit was in the CCL. I told him 95 miles an hour off the bat. Said he hasn't gotten one this year, so that's really what he's striving to do here today.
3 pitches, 3 balls. He has been finding a way to get on base. Looks at that one for a strike, 3-1. That's what really counts for the team. He's been, this season, he's gotten on base, OBP of 391. Average of 278, but he's only had singles, slugging 278. So that one is hit. High, out of here. There you go. We were talking about hard hit balls, and Finney tanks one over the right center wall for a home run, first of the year. That's the first home run we've seen here from a Legends batter at home since the first series of the summer.
Yeah, Emmett Finney absolutely destroys this baseball. 98 miles an hour off the bat the other way, going 410 feet. Only 367 out to the power alley, and he gets in 410 way out of here.
That'll head down the hill down to 92. What a hit there for Finney. That one was hit high by Shore. Great hit there. These bats really shining through here. It'll be eight to 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. He finds his own though. 0-2. Hit by Finney. That's just so nice to see for him, who's been struggling for the... He's only been really hitting singles up before that hit. You hear about the commentator's curse, but I think we might have given that one to him there. As that will be the final out of the... beats it, excuse me. That will be an error.
Yeah, and Finney, like we've mentioned a million times, really did put the barrel on the ball at Chabot, and here today saw him finally get one out of here at CSM. So
And
tough
your
to
attention,
do.
please. For Menlo, pinch hitting for Baskin Smith, number 23, Logan Musey.
As that brings in Logan Musey into the game. First pitch, low, ball 1. Musey coming in for Baskin Smith. Played in yesterday's game. In general on the season, it's a pretty solid year. 270 batting average, 372 OBP. Those tips 1-1 now. He plays his college ball for Brown, where he had a 448 OBP. And a threat on the base path, 5 stolen bags for the Ivy League school. Hits that one up into shallow center, and it will drop for a hit. Inning stays alive, sure. Thought about digging for 3, but it'll be a 2-out single from Musi to bring up Rowan Felch. Lodge has just done a good job of extending innings in these last in the middle of the game.
Yeah, and you gave me a hard time a little bit earlier when you said that I called 87 miles an hour off the bat a dinker. That was a true dinker. 63 miles an hour off the bat in the center field by Logan Musi.
Now batting, center fielder, number 9, Rowan Felch.
So Musi starts his day with a hit. Brings up Rowan Felch with 2 on, 2 out. Walked last time. That will be low out of his zone, ball 1. The 1-0, 2 on, 2 out here for Felch. There's pitch. There's a ball. That one finds the zone, 1-1. I know I said. The 1-1 here to Felch. Pitcher Moore steps off the mound. Just chatting with the umpire over third. Well, this year, lefty from San Bruno plays his college ball for Northwestern College. 1-1. Sweeping curve that is unable to find the zone, 2-1. On deck is Quinn. Pitch. Inside. Ball 3. Going back to that home run from Finney. The reason why it's so tough to hit the ball out of this park is because of the jet stream from left to right, but the wind not really here today.
Not really here today, and even if it was here today, I think that's a ball that still carries out. I mean, he absolutely barreled that ball, and that jet stream does fly out to right field, so Emmett Finney just getting every single inch of that baseball.
Now it'll be full count, 2 on to Felch. Walked last time, could have an opportunity to do so again to load up the bases for Quinn. Payoff from Jackson Moore. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Runners will go here. I mean, just really frustrating for Moore, who after getting 2 quick outs, gives up the home run. Then a man goes on because of the error. Innings just going way longer than he probably expected it to after the first 2 outs. 3-2. That will be a ball to earn the walk. It'll be bases loaded for Quinn.
Yeah, Nate, and sometimes as a pitcher, you get some mental lapses. I mean, the first 2 quick outs absolutely sometimes get you locked out. You know, we talked about getting locked in. It's so hard to get locked into the game, especially coming out of the bullpen as a reliever. And then you get 2 quick outs, you think you're out of the inning, and all of a sudden it's a slap in the face when that home run goes over the wall.
So it'll be bases loaded for Quinn, who looks at that one in the zone, 0-1. Quinn today has already doubled once. If you repeated that result, there'll be even more runs for this Legends side, who's been absolutely cranking today. 0-1 pitch comes, hit high into right field. That will be the end of the 8th inning. Home run for Finney scores the lone run. When we return, it'll be the top of the 9th from Menlo Park. Welcome in here, top of the 9. Kevon Ebron still in the game after facing 9 batters, getting all 9 of them out. Top of the order again. First pitch is high, ball 1. And it just feels like everything has gone right today for the Legends. Only 2 hits allowed.
Only 2 hits
Seagulls.
and only 2 pitchers used, which is great news if you're Chris DeBoo so far. You know, there's still another pitcher warming up down there. Looks like Nolan Rodriguez, but if you're Chris DeBoo, you just want to Kevon to get 3 quick outs. It looks like he's going to get the first one.
That one's hit over to Finney, the home run hero. And that will be a quick out run. 10 up, 10 down here for Kevon Ebron.
Please, for Menlo remaining in the game and in left field, Logan Musey.
Logan Musey remains in the game in left field for Vaskin Smith.
Number 17, Ryan Laurier.
Brings up Ryan Laurier. Laurier this season, their top hitter by a significant margin, hitting .357 on the year. Has yet to reach base today. Has had a couple ground outs. Looks at that one for ball 1-0. That'll be fouled off, evens it up, 1-1. 1-1 to Laurier, the third baseman.
Three pitches, 3 different pitches for Kevon Ebron. I think that's a big reason why he's had a lot of success today. We saw entering into this game, 85% of the time he threw that fastball today. Looks like it's a bit more of a mix with the fastball, changeup, curveball.
Laurier plays his college ball for Manhattan College, usually from Millbrae. And that will be the first batter led on from Ebron. It'll be a 1-out walk. So Laurier to bring up
Now batting,
Nav Sundar.
27, Pranav Sundar.
Play ball in effect here for Sundar.
Yeah, and with the right-handed hitter up, you could expect Kevon to go to the changeup at some point during this at-bat.
First pitch to Sundar. Hit. Foul. Finney giving chase. Just couldn't get to it in time, though. It'll be 0-1 to Sundar. We'll see these two teams play each other again tomorrow for a couple days off. And the Legacy play the West Coast Kings Black on the 6th here at CSM. Both of those games will be live streamed on this channel. 0-2 now to Sundar.
That was an absolutely beautiful sweeping curveball from Kevon Ebron getting the strike called.
The 0-2, 1 on, 1 out. Hit high into center field, but Felch makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So San Francisco down to their final out. Just a tough day again for them against Menlo Park.
Now batting, left fielder, number 3, Josh Algarin.
Will be 0-3 against this Legends team after today, barring a 7-run comeback with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. First pitch from Ebron. Hit high into left field. That is your ball game. The Legends bounce back after a 3-game slide, blowing out the San Francisco Seagulls 8-1 here. Only used 2 pitchers as well. Taylor gave you 5 innings. Only allowed 2 hits. Ebron, no-hit ball through 4 innings of work, excuse me. The lineup was hot. The pitching staff is great. What a day for Chris DeBoo's side.
Yeah, great day for the Legends today. Only 2 pitchers used. You see them put up some runs. It's really something that they've been struggling with, and it looked like it all came together today. Not a lot of walks. And like we mentioned, they were able to rest the bullpen a little bit.
We'll see this Legends team play San Francisco again tomorrow at 5 p.m. For Victor Martinez, I'm Nate Martin. Thank you so much for